So we can now move on this part, but before that let's just set the background to a little less. It's a bit too much if you ask me, of gray. This is much nicer. Okay, now we can tackle this one. So go to our index.php, and for each article we will have an article tag, and each article tag will have the post class. So we also get the classes, and we can also go to ID and say post, and then echo get the ID. So this will get the ID of our post, and also add that here. Now if we refresh, and if I go with this, we will see this article. And since we have a header, we can also add the main here, or we can anywhere else, but I'll use this, and we can add div and say container, and then we can close the container here. We could put that on our header and footer, but maybe some other pages we won't use the container. But for now, let's use the container and go to our style, and let's also add a new comment and say container. So it's container, it's of max width of 2000 pixel, 1200 pixels. In other sizes it will, so if it's lower than that, it will always go to the 90% of the whole width, and we'll also center it like that. So if I refresh it now, it will center them better. So this is now our container, as you can see. Okay, great. And now we can move on. We can see that these are many classes here, and the ID is correct. And now we can move on with the content. So if we go here in our index, and we can add the content here, so we can just say the content, and it will display some of the content of each of my posts. And if there is a more tag added to the post, there will be a more tag which we can then click and get the whole site here, like that. And it looks pretty much okay. So that's like that. Everything works out fine, and I would like to have this post linked also in this one, so we can also put the link here on the title, so we can get the permalink with the get permalink, and then close it, and then close the anchor tag here. So if I refresh it now, it's here, so we can now do it like that. But here the article is also on this single post, and I don't want that. So let's say that for this title, if I want it linked, I want to check for the if it's a single or not. And how do we do that? Well, if you go here and you have the conditional tags in theme basics, then we can go here and check whether is it a single post. Here it is. If it's a single, we can also target specific ones. Then if it's a singular, if any other post types, if it's a page, and similar. So I want to check that on all the cases, so I'll use the is singular. This will check even on a page, and I don't want that to be also linked. So if it's singular like that, also, so else we will use this, and if it's singular, then we will use the h1 tag, because that's the main content on that page, and we need to change that also on our header part. So we can do it like that and like that, and then say we can also get a tag like here. So our site tag is h1 like that, but if is singular, then the site tag is h2, or just a span, even better. So if we do that, we will go here and just echo the tag, site tag, like this, and the closing part like that. So now we will have a situation when, if I do this, our like hitting won't be the same, but on our page where it's not a single page, then we'll have it. So if I click on here like that, but if I click on gallery, the like hitting isn't done right. So what can we do? We can go to our style, and on our site title we can also have a display block, and we can search for the h1 tag and see what's done here. So it's like 2 M's. So let's add that also here. Let's refresh it. Okay, and again search for them like that. Okay, and we have the weight of it, so we can put that here and say font weight bold. Save it, refresh it. Okay, if we are on the gallery, it's like that, the same. So we are now fine with the h1 h2 tags, which is good for SEO. So now you have a gallery which is fine like that.